At 3:10 a.m., alarms cut through the silence in southern Israel. Not from Gaza, not from Lebanon, from the south, far beyond the usual battle lines. A ballistic missile was already in the air, and for a few seconds, no one knew where it came from. How does a missile travel over 1,000 kilometers, cross multiple defense layers, and reach one of the most sensitive zones near Dimona Nuclear Facility without warning? Here is what makes this different. The missile was launched by the Houthi movement from Yemen. Yes, Yemen, a group that until recently was seen as a regional threat, not a long-range strategic actor, but that is not the real problem. The Houthis have been building this capability for years. With support linked to Iran, they developed ballistic missiles with extended range. Some are based on modified Soviet-era designs. Others are locally assembled using imported components. Guidance systems are not perfect, but they do not need to be, because even a near miss can trigger panic, especially near sensitive sites. This is where things change. The missile did not hit its target. Israel air defenses intercepted it mid-air. Systems like Aero Missile Defense System are designed for exactly this scenario. Long-range threats, high-altitude interception. But interception does not mean safety. It means the threat was real and close enough to require action. And this is the part most people miss. The location matters more than the missile. The alert was triggered near Dimona. This is not just another military base. It is believed to be connected to Israel's nuclear program. Highly sensitive, highly protected. Even the suggestion of a missile reaching this zone changes the psychological equation. Because now, distance is no longer a shield, and this opens a new front. Until now, Israel's main threats came from the north and the west, groups like Hezbollah or factions in Gaza. But Yemen sits to the south, across the Red Sea. That is a completely different direction, different radar coverage, different interception timing, and a much longer flight path to monitor. But that is not the real danger. The Houthis are not acting alone. They are part of what analysts call an informal network, aligned with Iran, a loose coalition stretching from Iraq to Syria to Lebanon to Yemen. Each group operates locally, but signals strategically, and this is where things escalate. The Houthi spokesman, Yahya Sari, made it clear. He said they have fingers on the trigger, not a one-time strike, a warning, a message that more could follow and possibly from multiple directions at once. Now think about the Red Sea, one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. If Yemen becomes an active launch zone, then commercial vessels, energy shipments, and military traffic all enter a new risk zone. We have already seen attempts to disrupt shipping, but a coordinated missile campaign would raise the stakes completely. And this is the part most people underestimate. Missiles are not just weapons. They are signals. Each launch tests detection time, response speed, coordination under pressure. Even a failed strike provides data that can be used to improve the next attempt. So what actually happened at 3:10 a.m.? A missile was launched from Yemen. It traveled across a massive distance. It triggered alerts near one of the most sensitive locations in Israel. And it was intercepted just in time. But the real story is not the interception. It is the expansion. The battlefield just grew by over 1,000 kilometers. And here is the payoff. If a group like the Houthis can project force this far, then the idea of a contained conflict is already broken. What we are seeing is not a single front war anymore. It is a networked pressure system where multiple actors can strike from different directions at different times, and that makes prediction almost impossible. Because the next launch might not come from where anyone is looking. If this breakdown helped you see the bigger picture, consider subscribing, because the next move might already be in the air.